Tigers. Welcome to your second March Den meeting. I'm your Den leader, Ben. Please stand and join us in our Pledge of Allegiance, our Scout Oath, and our Scout Law.
All right. Scout salute. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Please join me in the Scout sign and repeat the Scout Oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Please join me in the Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2.
All right, Tigers. So my friend Ernest reached out to me again, and he has some more cool experiments to show us. Has to kind of do with like a candle and fire, I think. I'm not really sure what it is, but let's go check in with him and see what he has to show us. All right, Tigers. So today we're going to do an experiment where we talk a little bit about how air pressure affects different things. So I've got some water here. I'm going to add a little bit of food coloring to it so that we can see it a little bit easier. All right, and then we'll give that a little bit of a swirl around to kind of mix it in. Now I'm going to take that water and I'm going to pour it onto my plate here. I'm going to do it very carefully so that I don't make a huge mess. All right, now I'm gonna light our candle, and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this glass, put it over the top of the candle, and we're gonna kind of see what happens. Let's get our candle lit. Having a little bit of trouble with them. There we go. All right, so we've got our candle lit now. Now I'm gonna take our glass, and I'm gonna put it over the top, and let's see if we can see what happens to the flame. Now, this might take a little while, but let's watch. Now right now, this kind of is completely sealed. And so now the air inside that glass is starting to get used up by that candle. And if we look carefully, we can start to see that water level start to rise up. Look at that. And that's because the pressure inside is much lower than the pressure that's outside of the glass. And so that forces the water up into the glass. And if we had a bigger candle, we might see that water go higher. But even when we start to see it starts to rise a little bit more each time. And that's just the air pressure is a little bit different. And this is one of the experiments that you could maybe try at home, but also make sure you have a parent supervision and probably have them light the candle for you. All right, thanks for joining me, guys. Have you ever wondered if you can get a candle to light without actually touching the wick? Let's see if we can do a little bit of a magic trick and get it to work. So there's that smoke that's coming up. That's the wick and that's the wax that's burning. And those particles that make up that smoke are combustible or can light on fire. And that's how we notice that flame traveled all the way down the smoke and got our candle to relit. So even though it may look like a magic trick, it is kind of magical, but there's also a little bit of science behind it. All right, Tigers, thanks for joining me today. We got to see some really cool experiments about what a candle can do to the air around it, and also kind of what smoke is made of. And if you want to try these experiments at home, you can, but make sure you have a parent's permission and make sure they're next to you when you do it. And then for our next meeting, we're going to talk a little bit about some camping skills. So make sure you come back for that one. All right, bye.